Hi guys, right, let's just get the camera set up. Whoa! Okay, sorry guys. Get my earphones on. Okay, right. So we're going to discuss a few things. We're going to have a bit of a Jerry Schilling moment. I want to just let a few people know that we're live. Good morning to you, by the way, guys. That's obviously a lot of you are asleep. It's America, isn't it? It's the middle of the night for you guys. Hi, Leanne. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Hope you've had a good Valentine's. It's a bit early, isn't it? Okay, so okay, right. What I'm going to do, guys, whilst a few of you join, I'm just going to click on this video. And I haven't heard this video yet. Someone sent it me. It's obviously Memphis Mafia Kid. So the bit that interested me was the Jerry Schilling details between Jerry and Priscilla, the possibility of them being more than just friends. And we know Jerry met Elvis very young. I think he may have been 14. I think they needed an extra person to play football with them. And that was the beginning of a very long friendship. Obviously, they were close. Jerry is obviously always praising Elvis, talks about how amazing Elvis was. Jerry's got a lovely book. I've got it here somewhere. His book is very kind. Jerry always speaks well about it. I do have issues concerning the friendship between Jerry and Priscilla. Whether or not they crossed the line, we don't really know, do we? Whether or not that was in the 60s or right up to date, we don't really know the truth. I do think that once Priscilla became the boss of Gracelands in the early 80s, late 70s, the friendship between Priscilla is complicated. Priscilla and Jerry, it's complicated because there's a lot of money involved, isn't there? Let's face it, guys. Let's face it. Priscilla is in charge of all of the money. Now, I know Jerry has gone off and done many other things. We know Elvis bought Jerry Schilling a home, which he still lives in today. So Jerry's very popular, very popular. He's one of the very well-liked guys in the Memphis Mafia, a very handsome man, and very likable. Yeah, I think the fans warmed to Jerry, but the friendship with Priscilla, some of you guys send me many comments, and you're a little bit worried about the friendship between Priscilla and Jerry. So hi Tony, how are you going? We've already made one video this morning. Just the video this morning was again more of the same, just us saying we have the right to defend without being called bullies, without being called haters. Unfortunately, the channel that we encouraged to remove hateful, that's the wrong word, to remove lies from his YouTube channel, just said that we're a bunch of bullies and that we are hateful, which is not true. We're just Elvis defenders. That's all we are. We are just Elvis defenders. We're here to do our best to help Elvis's image and reputation against the lies that are being said about him. So when we see another YouTube channel posting videos that lie about Elvis, we do stand up and defend. Doesn't mean we hate. It's not a personal thing against the person. It's just to do with videos that are posted that harm Elvis's image and reputation. So I stand by that, guys. We are going to upset people. We are going to fall out with people defending Elvis. We will always do it. We will always have a backlash from people that we stand up to that do not defend Elvis, that share content, videos on YouTube that are wrong, that are lies, that twist the truth. This is why we had a bit of a fallout with that channel yesterday, because we are defenders. That's all we are. We're not bullies. We're not hateful. Some people will use the term Elvis police. You can call it what you want. We do our best to defend Elvis, and he would want it. Elvis would want to be defended. He'd want us to do it in a kind, friendly way, but he would want it. We do it in a kind, friendly way. We're always respectful. We don't name call. We're not name callers. We don't insult people. We just bring up. Tony. I won't mention the YouTube channel because I've said enough about that YouTube channel. But he's obviously done a reaction, basically telling us off, calling us hateful, saying that we are bullies, and that Elvis wouldn't want it. He would want it, because if Elvis saw the videos that were posted about him, especially the Geraldo one about D. Stanley, he would want it removed. If Elvis saw the video that fully supports Priscilla and blames everything on Elvis, he would want it removed. So to the YouTube channel, I won't say your name anymore because I think we've said enough. Elvis would want those videos removed, 100%. You're very mistaken. We are here to defend Elvis and Lisa Marie and Finley, Riley and Harper, and we will do it whether you like it or not. If it upsets you, don't do it. Don't post the nasty video. Don't do it. Be an Elvis Presley fan. Support Elvis. Support Lisa. Don't post videos that will upset his grandkids. Don't do it. Then we won't have to react. Remember, you are posting videos on a public forum, so you will get a response. There will be consequences to your actions. If you post something that is cruel, unfair, that is a lie, that misrepresents the truth, you're going to get a backlash from us, 100%. We are called defending Elvis. It's never hate, it's never bullying. It's just us exposing your mistakes. So getting angry and calling us names isn't going to cut it. Telling us to just go and watch a different YouTube channel isn't going to work with us, because you've posted it on a public forum. Thousands and thousands will watch those videos you posted, had 58,000 views. Could you imagine the harm and damage that did to Elvis? Could you imagine how that affected Riley, Finley and Harper if they saw that disgusting video? Even Billy Stanley. Could you imagine how that made him feel as well? So I don't agree with the disgusting stuff that was said by that person, but we don't have to parade it all over YouTube. We don't have to parade it all over YouTube. We are here to defend Elvis and Lisa. Anyway, guys, I found the topic today is Jerry Schilling. I just want to get a feel for Jerry. I want to try and understand. He's very popular. The fans, many of the fans adore him, trust him, think he's a good guy. I think that it's questionable. Now, I personally, I like the good side of Jerry, the side of him that praises Elvis. His book is very good. But I do have questions to raise about his friendship with Priscilla, whether or not things went on. Obviously, there's a lot of money involved when it comes to Graceland and Jerry and Priscilla, because they have partnered for many different projects. So when money's involved, sometimes loyalties aren't crystal clear. So I just want to play this, and then we're just going to go onto YouTube and just look around YouTube. Yeah, Pat, I agree. That video there was 3 videos and they all did a lot of harm. I agree with you, Pat. So I actually think we've been very polite. I think we've been quite kind. But that person made a mistake. At the very least, that person should apologize and say, do you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be posting harmful content about Elvis that could be seen by Riley, Finley and Harper that millions of fans around the world may, not millions, thousands of fans around the world may watch it and believe it. Don't forget the non-Elvis fans will watch those lies that are posted on that person's Elvis Presley channel, Elvis Presley fan channel, and many of them will just believe it. They'll just go, oh yeah, it's on an Elvis channel, an Elvis Presley fan channel, it must be true. This is the thing that that person doesn't understand. People are watching these videos that are very negative, that are portraying Elvis incorrectly, and they believe it. So you're doing harm, you're doing damage. Like you probably watch about Elvis or Lisa or Riley or Finley or Harper. I will react. I will respond. I'm not trying to win a popularity contest. This isn't about getting subscribers and likes. This is just us defending. We're called Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. It's what we do. Anyway, guys, let's play this video. Here we go, guys. Now, this is this was sent to me by 2 people. And I thought it's concerning Jerry's, well, it's concerning Jerry Schilling. Let's just have a little listen, yeah?
Daddy, did you ever go out in public with Lisa, and did she like the people's attention?
I did, and
sorry.
So
there's a few other bits in this, but eventually it gets to Jerry Schilling. Okay, guys?
Loved the people's attention, and we did too.
Yeah.
No, yes, she really did, and like I said, we did too. You know, I'm just anytime Lisa, you know, we all did, but especially her. It's just something, you know, that she had a lot of her daddy in her. She loved to be around her Elvis family, the fans. You know, like I said, we'd spend a lot of time going down, you know, around the gates and just, but yeah, when we did go out in public, she really liked it when somebody noticed her. Let's put it like that.
Okay, from John Bull 14. Do you mind telling me what the tattoo on your right arm says?
Well, you know, Venus have got 2. This
they
one,
can't see. You're going to have to hold it up
This
high.
one is Doghouse now.
All right, from Tomcat. When you and Teresa are in the Smoky Mountains, boy, it's been a while since we've...
So it might take a few minutes to get to the Jerry bit, but we're going to get there. I find this fun.
been. Do you stay in Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge?
We have stayed at both, and we love both. You know, up around Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, up there is just, you know, we like to go once in a while when we can for just that getaway. But there, you know, there's beautiful areas, a whole lot of good restaurants, and a lot of entertainment in both little towns, I like to call them. And
We stayed at the island.
Margaritaville.
On the
and
island.
Pigeon Forge the last time we was there.
Yeah.
And hey, just, you know, it's a good place to stay, let me just say.
So guys, are you guys members of this channel? It seems like a brilliant channel. I get quite a few people sending me clips from Memphis Mafia Kid. I had one sent to me by Andrew, a subscriber, concerning the secret conversation between Red West and Elvis. Are you guys subscribers here?
Say that. It's right there by that island, right?
Yeah.
And
right across the
you know, they had a
yeah.
lot of nice shops and
nice.
restaurants.
But we have our pugs now, and it's not
Yeah.
dog friendly.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get a dog friendly because we just don't like leaving them at home. But you know, we like to make our trips, you know, to Orange Beach and of course
Beach.
Biloxi. We always love to go. Just
We know about Biloxi, guys. June Junico and Elvis spent a summer there, didn't they? They went on a fishing trip with Elvis's parents. It's great colour footage on YouTube. We all love June Junico. June Junico, I think 1955, 6, I think. Early 56, late 55. You tell me, guys. Put me right.
you know, for a few day getaway.
Because we can take them.
Just because. Yeah, and we get to take our babies with us. So.
All right, so Deborah is a member of their channel. Yeah, I love their channel. It's a great channel.
Also, what did Elvis do with his clothes when he changed the wardrobe?
You know, he gave a lot of away. You know, y'all
So I Salvatore, we're doing a bit of a thing about Jerry Schilling. So we're just waiting for this part of the at Memphis Mafia Kids video to get to the Jerry Schilling part.
Probably heard other people and Marty Lacker talking about it. They would, you know, get them and give them, you know, to. I
Like
guess
your mama was talking.
yeah, I guess you would say charities and stuff that he had left. But now, a lot of things over a year's time, you know, he would give or just not want back. You know, I was saying it was cold up in his room, and I know Mama. Oh my gosh, shirts and pullovers and you know all kinds of things, you know, to keep warm that he would give, and he'd say just keep it, you know, and, you know. But a lot of his clothes, you know, they would donate or give to people. A lot of the guys would give them to people that they knew that, you know, they could use the clothes.
Right.
That was Elvis's size.
That's interesting, guys. Interesting.
So.
Okay, I'm going to try to pronounce this name. Ryan Mulebrock. Have you kept in touch with Dave Hebler at all?
I have not.
So before they discuss Dave Hebler, yeah, so Salvatore, what we're trying to find out is, did Jerry cross the line with Priscilla? We want to discuss the friendship between Jerry and Priscilla. So he's just about to mention Dave Hebler. I haven't seen this yet, guys, so I'm not sure what he's going to say. Obviously, I do have strong views about this book. I don't think it should have happened. This book was a betrayal, in my opinion. Stefan, Artist on Record, has done an interview with him. Unfortunately, he didn't really apologise, didn't really show any regret. Stefan has only released one section of it, so there's more to come. I think Stefan said that he's going to do a part 2 interview with Dave Hebler pretty soon. He did say that something about me joining them on the interview. I'm not really sure. Let's see what happens.
The only time since Elvis passed away that I seen Dave Hebler was back when the dojo was open, and I was a part of it for a short time. And he actually, during Elvis week, they had him up there one night, and that was really kind of short. We just ran in, just spoke a moment, and he went in and did his meet and greet, and that was it.
So Dave Hebler was obviously at Elvis week. Is that right? I'm not really sure. Put me right, guys. Was it? Because it makes no sense to me, guys. Makes no sense to me. Bit of a mistake, yeah? So Dave Hebler, was he at Elvis week? I think he was.
Long-haired country boy. What do you think Elvis would think about fans buying and wearing TCB and TLC necklaces?
You know, he started it for, you know, his group, and that was something. But as far as like now, I think he's loving it. I really do. I mean, you know, for people to admire as much as in his thing, you know, the TCB and the TLC and where it's gone, and pretty much everybody wanting a necklace or earrings or bracelet or something that says TCB or TLC. I think that he would just be overwhelmed. I really do. He would love it.
I agree with that. Yes, obviously happy Valentine's Day, guys. So the kids woke me up. This is from the kids. I've already said this on the other video. And it says, Daddy, happy Valentine's Day. To Daddy, you're the best daddy in the world. I love you very much. I love you more than my toys. I love you more than my toys. Quite cute. And my wife, for my husband, my best friend, and my forever. Da, da, da. And it says inside, to Daddy, my man, a.k.a. Elvis. So I think it's really cute. It's just really cute. A.k.a. Elvis. A.k.a. That's like, yes. My wife thinks I'm Elvis. Right, okay, let's keep going.
He would really love it.
Okay,
and be very proud of it.
from Swiss Miss. When you were little, did you think it was silly how the girls went crazy over Elvis?
Man, no, I was wishing they'd go crazy over me like that.
That's funny.
Hoping.
I mean, you know, hey, even being around him, I still wanted to be him, or at least get the women, you know. But no, I didn't.
That's very honest. I think that's a very honest thing to say.
I never thought it was silly, exciting, wild, and unexplainable. A lot of times, yes. Because ladies, y'all know, and I mean, woo. I mean, I have seen some women and some hysterical, crazy, way out there ways, but never thought it was silly. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world, and still do.
Yeah, I agree with that. Come on. Could you imagine having that effect on people? Like, literally, you can't even go anywhere, walk anywhere without people, like, throwing themselves at you.
Okay, Sharon Matthews. Do you think Priscilla and Jerry had a thing for each other?
Aha, here's the question. Do you think Priscilla and Jerry had a thing for each other? I've asked this question since we've started this channel. I've been asking this question. Before we see the answer, what do you think, guys? Oh, thanks, Salvatore. Thanks, Tony. So, guys, so I'm just reading your comments. So, guys, how many of you think that there's a possibility that Jerry has on and off been seeing Priscilla, even going back to the 60s? How many of you think it? Let me see your comments before I press play. It's a funny one, guys, because he's so popular, isn't he? So likable. And he's done a lovely book. He always speaks so well about it. But he also is very, very, very loyal to Priscilla. Very loyal. I've never heard him say anything that exposes the truth about Priscilla. Ever. I've never heard Jerry say, well, hang on a minute. She did this wrong. She did that wrong. Never. He's always been very supportive of Priscilla. Obviously, we know what is in this book. Obviously, we don't believe this book. We think this book was an excuse to rewrite history. You've heard me say it a million times. We also know there's a lot of wrongdoing over the last 40 years concerning Priscilla. Jerry has never mentioned any of it. If anything, I have seen Jerry supporting Priscilla, saying, you know, talking about Elvis's unfaithfulness, and that she had a hard time. I've heard Jerry do that. I've never heard Jerry bring up the fact that Priscilla was unfaithful, ever. Even though we know it happened, she admitted it in her book. We know it happened at least 2 times, probably more than that. So even, you know, jumping way forward, I've never heard Jerry show any support for this book. It's pretty obvious Priscilla is not happy that this book was written. Yeah? So we have, you know, we're worried about, you know, obviously Lisa Marie at the Golden Globes, that situation there with Jerry. Many of us feel that she should have been taken straight to hospital. Yeah, so there's that issue. Just there's a general thing here where Jerry, I think, has stayed very quiet about many things. Now, Jerry is the first one to talk about how great Elvis was, his music, the way he looked, the way he was, the personality that he had, all the good times that he had with Elvis. But does he actually defend Elvis? Does he actually defend Elvis against the lies? Yeah, the wrongdoing. And this is the point of what I'm trying to say, is that, yes, there's one sense of loyalty to the icon, to the image. But there's another sense of loyalty, I think. And this is where we come in. Where is the defending? Where is the trying to help Elvis's image and reputation? Where is the support to clear his name? to repair the damaged image that he has. And this, you know, I'm not talking about the music now. I'm not talking about the movies or his personality. The fact he was a beautiful, kind man. More than that. Where is the defending of the wrongdoing that has happened to Elvis and Lisa? And I don't see any. I personally think there's been a lot of wrongdoing from Priscilla towards Lisa Marie and Riley. Yeah? Why isn't Jerry getting in the middle of that, trying to support Elvis? When Priscilla contested her daughter's wishes after she died, after Lisa Marie died, where is Jerry's involvement to try and help Riley? Because don't forget, Priscilla, after her daughter died, Lisa Marie, is then demanding that she still is has a share in the trust, isn't she? She wants to be part of the trust. She wants to share it with Riley, Finley and Harper. She has no right because Lisa Marie wanted to give her belongings. The inheritance was for the kids, Riley, Finley and Harper, the living kids. So Priscilla contesting her own daughter's wishes, it obviously infuriates us as Elvis defenders. Now Jerry is very close to Priscilla. Why didn't he get involved? As far as we know, people like John Travolta got involved to resolve things. People like Bridget Cruz were negotiating behind the scenes with Riley, with Priscilla. Bridget Cruz on behalf of Priscilla. Where's Jerry in all this? Now, Jerry grew up with Elvis. Jerry is great friends with Elvis. Elvis bought Jerry a house. So I do think there's a situation where Jerry has tried to please Priscilla because obviously she's the living member. She was in charge of Gracelands for decades and Elvis Presley Enterprises to a certain degree. Priscilla pulled the purse strings. So I do feel that that Jerry's loyalty has been questionable because of that. So let me just check your comments, guys. So it says here, Louis, there was a relationship between Jerry and Priscilla. It was in the article that Shauna came out with. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's actual proof, but it seems there may have been. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Karen, I'm not sure, but he sure does try to please her. Yeah. But I'm just going to turn the heater on. It's cold in here. Bloody cold in here, mate. Shut up. Thank God. It's chilly. It's chilly in here, guys. Let me just read your comments and I'm going to play the video. Pat, I just don't trust Jerry as far as I can throw in, basically. When he was close to Priscilla before Elvis died or not? Yeah, this is the question, isn't it, Debbie? What really went on? I think Jerry was close to Priscilla throughout. Yeah, he was, but how close? Salvatore, how close? This is the question. Don't forget, this is Elvis's best friend that he grew up with. Yeah, if your best friend is crossing the line, I've heard a story that they were caught in the kitchen together. So things changed. Well, I heard that Elvis walked in on them getting a bit too snug in the kitchen. Actually, there is an interview. I just remembered now. There is an interview, Jerry Schilling talking about Priscilla. No, it's talking about Elvis being uncomfortable with how the chats they were having. I think Elvis picked up on it and said, shouldn't be having those kind of conversations with my wife, yeah, or my fiance, yeah. So yeah, so Salvatore knows about the kitchen incident. I've heard a few things, guys. Don't forget, you guys message me, so I hear all different things. So, you know, it's a difficult one because Jerry is so popular with the fans. You get a backlash when you say these things. But the truth is, if Jerry has crossed the line financially and with Elvis's then wife, then fiance, then girlfriend, that ain't right, is it, guys? If the loyalties have been split over money, because obviously Priscilla was paying everyone, including Jerry, then if money is the deciding factor, that isn't fair to Elvis. Yeah. So I just would have liked to have seen Jerry Schilling defending Elvis a lot more, even through the Lisa Marie situation after she passed. I think Jerry should have been more involved. And even now, where there's wrongdoing, Jerry should be more involved. So obviously, we've got the wrongdoing of the possible sale of auction items with Bridget Cruz. Jerry should be there more. If he wants to look out for Elvis, he needs to properly look out for him. Just going around doing different interviews around the world, just saying he was a great singer, a great friend, a beautiful man, and all that, that to me isn't quite enough. We want a bit more than that. We want some defending of Elvis, defending of Lisa. That's just my opinion. Yeah, let's hear what he said.
Well, you know, a lot of people said it, but the question is asked, do I think? And, yeah, I've always...
So guys, if anyone knows, Danny knows, doesn't he? He grew up with Elvis. He will know if something went on between Jerry and Priscilla. Let's hear what he says. It's going to go slightly back and you can hear his own words.
Well, you know, a lot of people said it, but the question is asked, do I think? And, yeah, I've always kind of thought that. You know, whether they do or not. Yeah, and there again, makes no difference, none of my business, and I don't really care. But, I mean, I'll tell you what, that is a great question. I've said what I think, and I definitely do think
you can't hear that on the camera.
They had a thing for each other, and it's possible they still do. I mean, but how about y'all sending in y'all's comments on it? I'd like to hear what a lot of y'all think.
Okay, and okay. Before I get to the last question, so
I mean, he sort of says he doesn't care. It's a difficult one because I care because I think Elvis deserves better. Yeah, I think if things went on between Priscilla and behind Elvis's back, between Priscilla and Jerry, that is just terrible. It's horrible. Can't think of anything worse than a good friend secretly on and off seeing my fiance, girlfriend, wife. Just horrible. Yeah. So then you've got if things have gone on after Elvis died, I think it's still just as bad. Honestly, guys, I think it's still just as bad because you're basically getting off with your best friend's wife or ex-wife. Yeah. So I care. It bothers me. If it's gone on, if things have gone on, then if it's a financial benefit, if there's been a lot of financial benefit to Jerry with Priscilla, but it's prevented Jerry from defending Elvis, then yeah, I'm worried. Yeah.
I think a few videos back we were talking about how long we've been together. Someone had asked, and I want to say that I said 19 years in March, which I guess I was thinking about your birthday because it's 19 years in April.
Yeah, that's right. April 21st.
Right. You got it right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
I bet you looked at the calendar.
Back on top. Anyway, at least I knew when our anniversary was. She's the March. March is my birthday, not our
That's
anniversary.
what I was thinking of March.
But hey, you know what? When you're with us, well, if we get close to it, hell, we'll celebrate it.
At least we both remembered. Usually we both...
Y'all, real quick before
I still have a question.
Right, so I don't want to use all their video because it's their video. Yeah, I don't want them to be annoyed at me that I'm using their video. But brilliant channel, guys. 100% subscribe to them. 100% brilliant channel. Memphis Mafia Kid, highly recommended. And thank you that I'm using your video clip. So I just thought we could be pretty random and just type in. And just type it in and see if anything comes up. Jerry Schilling. C, Priscilla. Just thought we could just be pretty random with it. See what comes up. I'll read some of your comments. Right, well, there's one now. I don't know if I've ever watched this, but we're going to play it. Let's have a look. So you say, it doesn't, Debbie says, it don't surprise me, don't have no morals. Elvis and Priscilla had been arguing, and Jerry asked about, so Karen, this must be the story in the kitchen, yeah? Elvis and Priscilla had been arguing, and Jerry asked her if she was okay. And when Priscilla told Elvis, well, at least Jerry cares about me. Yes. I think there's a bit more to it than that, but yes, I've heard that many times. I think Priscilla would have to go with anyone. Let's have a look. Elvis knew something was going on with the two of them. It's odd how he never defended Elvis, but he does Priscilla to me. Yeah, no, he does speak well of Elvis. He speaks beautifully of Elvis. But it's only, all the nice stuff, all the sort of cheesy stuff. Handsome, great voice, all that. He could have been a great movie star, all that kind of stuff. Never the Priscilla stuff, the wrongdoing. Never the harm to Lisa Marie. Don't forget, Priscilla did a lot of harm, in our opinion, to Lisa Marie. Never defending Lisa Marie against her mother's wrongdoing. No mention of what really went on behind the scenes between Priscilla and Lisa Marie. Yeah, and I think even when it comes to Riley, I personally think he sides with Priscilla. Which isn't good, is it, guys? Isn't good. Hi, Mystic. Am I the only Elvis fan that never liked Jerry Schilling? Well, we're talking about Mystic. We're talking about Jerry. What we're trying to say, it's questionable, isn't it? It's questionable, their friendship, when it comes to if they had an affair on and off. Maybe still are. If they did or if they didn't. And financially, money-wise, what kind of tangled web do these two had for the last 40 years concerning money, yeah? So it's difficult. I keep saying it, guys. It's difficult to talk about Jerry because he's so popular. So we're just putting it out there, discussing it with Team Elvis. It feels to me that Priscilla doesn't mind having a bit of a chit-chat with Jerry. There was a lot more in the kitchen that was going on. Maybe. Pat, maybe. Mystic, I'm not... Mystic. Debbie says, I'm not keen on him. I think he's sneaky. Please. Hi, Deborah. And Pat obviously doesn't like him. It's more... See... I actually, obviously he's not my friend, right? But I think Jerry Schilling is very likable. When I was a young kid growing up, through the 80s, the late 70s, he was the one, when I used to see him come on for TV interviews, in the 80s, I would say, I warmed to him. I liked him. I could see him as being Elvis's mate. He seemed to love Elvis. Yeah. So I've always been one of these people that was okay with it, with Jerry. But since I've become defending Elvis, you guys keep sending me comments. I see it differently. So there's a few videos popped up here. I can see a couple of them are shorts that I've made. I'm going to click on this video here. I don't know what it's going to say. Let's just listen to it. Right, so this is, just so you know, guys, this is Welcome to Elvis Presley World. We're just going to critique it and review it a bit. Let's have a listen. Can you hear it? Right, is it going to speak? But here we
Jerry
go, guys.
Shillings was a member of Elvis Presley's inner circle called the Memphis
I
Mafia.
can't hear anything. Hang
Jerry
on.
Shillings was there to witness it all.
Is there no sound?
Jerry joined the Memphis
Sorry,
Mafia.
guys. Sorry, there seems to be no sound on that. Let me just go a bit more forward.
Near Red West.
Right, it's not working.
Close friends with Priscilla Presley.
Right, there's
While
no
Elvis
sound.
and
All right, let
Priscilla
me
were
just
married.
reload it, see if it works. History. Just see if it's going to work.
Married. And after.
No, there's no sound. I wonder
Now
why
we-
that is. YouTube may have blocked the sound. I don't know. Let me try a different video. Let's just click on a different one a minute. Hi guys, Priscilla Presley introducing us to her biological father, her real father. Let's listen together.
Hi everyone, I want you to meet my biological father.
Okay, right. So it's definitely working. So they've obviously blocked the
And
sound
after.
on this video. I don't
Now
really
we
know
don't
why.
know if this
Let's
is
go
true,
back.
but
Right. Let me see if I can. We're doing a bit of an experiment, guys. Now I've noticed. What's this one here? We're doing it as we go. I don't really know what we're going to click on. Let's click on this.
It is high. It is wide.
So that's Jerry and Priscilla there. Okay, guys.
I know it's so low. You might as well. Well, it is high.
Okay. What's this one here? I'm just going to click on a few different bits, guys.
Our lifestyle was really very different and very unique.
You know, most people have to go out to a dinner to see their friends or go to a club or something. We had the club, we had the movies, we had the amusement park.
There's a lot of people around, and you just don't get much rest at all.
There was no time. No one lived on time. We got up when we wanted to, went to bed when we wanted to, partied when we wanted to, went to Vegas in the spur of the moment.
We got a good thing going now.
The kind of life I lead, it moves very fast, like I said before, and you don't have much time to sit around, you know. You're on the move about half the time.
We would have dinner at 9 or 10 o'clock at night sometimes, or sometimes, depending on what, we'd have it, maybe not even have dinner.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We had a jukebox.
All right, so guys, you could hear it. That's weird. So you could hear it. Let me go back to it. It's because all the other ones I can hear crystal clear. Right, hang on. Right, I can see it's working now. Okay. All right, let's do it, guys. Are you ready?
Jerry Shillings was a member of Elvis Presley's inner circle
But it stopped again,
called the
man.
Memphis Mafia. Jerry Shillings was there to witness
hang
it
on.
all. Jerry joined the
Wait a minute,
Memphis
we're gonna give it
Mafia
another
in the
go.
later part of
I don't understand why it keeps. Right, let's just do it like that. Yeah, what it is. As soon as I forward it, it goes quiet. I have no idea
Jerry
why.
Shillings
Let me
was
make
there
it
to
smaller.
witness it all. Called the Memphis
No, as
Mafia.
soon as I forward it, guys, it
Jerry
goes.
Shillings was there to
It's
witness
muted.
it all.
I don't
Jerry
think it's
joined the
working.
Memphis Mafia in the later
So
part
look,
of
if
the
I
1960s.
look, guys, look.
Part of the 1960s.
As soon as I forward
He was
it,
a
press
personal friend
play.
and close friend.
It's muted. That's not the one. That's not the one. Hang on a minute, guys. I agree. The sound works at the beginning,
He
but then
was
when
a
you get
personal
into the
agent
video,
growing up, Elvis and Jerry was close.
can't hear nothing. Oh, just keep jumping forward. It doesn't matter. I don't have to play that video anyway, guys. Doesn't matter. Let's see what else we can find. Bit odd that that's happening, but Memphis. Jerry Schilling, I was the Memphis Mafia. Right, let's just listen to this, shall we?
Talk about the kind of the camaraderie side of being one of Elvis's friends, not just working for Elvis, but being one of Elvis's friends.
Well, you know, Kevin, I had known Elvis for 10 years, from 54 to 64, before I went to work for him, my senior year in college. When you went to work for him and you became part of the Memphis Mafia, then you were actually family. You were treated like family. It wasn't like, here's the boss and here's the guys. I mean, we worked together, we played together, we laughed together, we cried together. It was truly about as close as you could get to family. I think the thing that would be most important to him is the love that he still generates around the world.
Yeah, I made that a while ago. Let's keep going, guys. We're just having a little scout around, see what we can find. What I'd like to see is something that is she with Jerry there? Poor Lisa. I'm trying to find something with Jerry really talking with Priscilla. That's really what I'm looking for. Should we try something that's not really long? Let's have a look. Did Jerry Schilling see Priscilla? Right, let's see if anything comes up from that. Now, what's this bit here, guys?
Executive producers of Elvis Presley. Executive producer.
This has been, I mean, this is it for us. We've been involved for almost 2 years, a 2-year project, or 2 years with HBO, and 3, oh my God, 3 years, and another 3 years before that, trying to find the right studio to take it on. And if it was someone that we liked, then obviously we were going to do it, but there wasn't. And so HBO came along and then just got it right. This has been a journey for us. This will be, I believe, the definitive documentary on Elvis Presley and the man behind the music.
See, obviously they're introducing The Searcher, which was a big deal. I think it was on Disney as well, wasn't it? But this is obviously a joint venture, isn't it, guys? You know, if Jerry's in this, they've both made money from it. But this is what I'm trying to say is that if they're exchanging a lot of money deals, it puts in question to me the amount of loyalty to Elvis when it comes to defending Elvis, yeah?
The journey he had to took, and the frustrations that went along with it. You will see a change in him from the first time he starts out in show business, and the happy-go-lucky, wonderful human being that he was, and the music that he played. And then you'll see another side to him after he lost his mother and when he was drafted. And it's so impactful.
So, you know, one of the things I always notice about Priscilla, she talks a lot about Gladys. You listen to Priscilla in interviews. She will bring up Tupelo, Mississippi. She'll bring up Gladys. She'll talk about Gladys as if her and Gladys were very close. The public completely believed that she knew Gladys. That she spent a lot of time with Gladys. She never met Gladys. When she met Elvis, Gladys had died. She'd been passed away, I think for about 8 months. But she does talk about Gladys as if they were close and friends, and she knew her very well. I've quite a few interviews.
The change, that it is quite emotional and hard to watch a bit. But I guarantee you, if you came loving Elvis Presley, respecting Elvis Presley, you will leave here loving him and respecting him even more. Thank you so very. But you know, and I agree, you probably agree with me, and I know you do. But that there's so many books out there that have been written about Elvis in so many ways. and they've got it not all wrong. They put their own perspective in it. There's so many professors and colleges that would have seminars about trying to figure out who Elvis Presley was. And I just want to say, he never took his act to the critics. He took his act to his audience. And what he got from them was more meaningful to him than a piece that the New York Times or any other magazine or paper wrote. So you
See, when I hear Priscilla talking about Elvis, it's always the real sort of, how can I say it? The cream on the cake. Always the cream on the cake. I'm on about the more recent interviews. Yeah. It's like, but if you rewind to the 80s, it's a completely different story. She will talk about his wrongdoing, that she was a prisoner, that she was mistreated. Elvis was the unfaithful one. Elvis on drugs. His temper, his controlling, his grooming. The story changes. So, you know, now it's always the good stuff. Always the good stuff. You said, listen, let's find a different one, guys. Let's find a different one. I don't really know what this one is.
What would the path have been?
All right, this is
So
Joe.
what would the path have been? I mean, who knows? I mean, the possibilities are endless. I mean, that's where you write books of fiction about, right? You know.
I mean, it's enough Joe's. I'm not going to play Joe's video because obviously that's his content. Let's see what we can find, guys. What's this?
Well,
Elvis
was a perfectionist in everything he did. I mean, even in the Army, you know, part of his promotion is he had 2 extra sets of outfits that he would go home at lunchtime and change. But he could not stand a messy house or a dirty car parked in front of his house. I mean, he wanted everything spotless. I mean, he enjoyed things. You could sit around, you could lounge around or whatever. But I think the man had nothing. This man really worked. You go back and look at what he did, 54, 55, 56. There's no artist on the road today that could even do that. He worked hard. He was proud of things. He cared about things. Yes, he gave things away. He even cared about that. But, as he told me one time, he says, money and things are only a symbol of energy. And this is what I put my energy into, and I want it respected. And that's how he lived.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, there's something slightly not right in that. Something, I don't know. Is it just me, guys, or am I just wrong? Let's have a listen to this.
I got a call from Elvis saying, Jerry, can you help me? And I said, what are you talking about? He said, I'm on the floor. I can't get up. And I said, who's there? And he said, nobody. So I ran downstairs. I don't know what car I got into, whatever. Went to the doctor's house, and sure enough, Elvis was there. This was a proud man. And, you know, he was even proud around us. And this broke my heart. And he was on the floor. So we picked him up, put him in bed. His legs really just wasn't working. I was hurt, I was angry, and I waited downstairs for the doctor to come in. And I said, what the hell is going on? He said, what are you talking about? And I told him what I'd just gone through. And he said, well, you know, this liquid diet, and we're not giving him any drugs, we're just giving him placebos. And I threatened the doctor. I said, if I ever see this man in this shape again, I will go all the way. I go upstairs and Elvis is on a stationary bicycle. I mean, he's going full speed. Probably hadn't been out of the bed in 4 weeks, right? And Charlie doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know about my meeting with the doctor and everything. And damn it, Charlie, when you get your medical degree, you can start telling the doctors how to treat me. And he was furious. I got a call from Elvis.
So what we're doing, guys, we're just getting a feel for Jerry. The topic is, did he ever see Priscilla? Did he have loyalties to Priscilla because of money? And I'm just getting a feel for him. I've just seen one come up now. Let's click on it.
My name is Mike Taylor, and I came to the West Gate for a Masonic convention, walking around the floor, started...
Right.
In preparation for this last night, I watched a lot of Elvis stuff. He's actually an amazing spiritual guy, too. Besides being a party animal like me.
And me.
And you. He was very deep.
Very deep. Some of the deepest conversations, well, the deepest I've ever had with any human being. Upstairs here at this hotel, numerology, astrology, Buddhism, Judaism. Elvis was a very smart man who knew and searched why people around the world, not just in here in America, India and Japan, and he really wanted to know why. And he was a very bright. We had a lot of fun.
He was a hardcore seeker. I mean, there's people that want to learn to get themselves ahead, but he was a real seeker. It's rare.
And he just did it personally, you know, not.
So I like this. This is nice. This is nice. I like that. He's speaking beautifully about Elvis, and it's very interesting as well. Let's just keep going and see what he's saying.
To act like he knew stuff or whatever, he really wanted to know. And he was a true spirit, and that's why we're all here. And I'm so thrilled that the powers that be are putting a presence of Elvis in Las Vegas. It would be a shame not to have a presence of my friend in this town that he rebuilt.
How could we honor him?
This is great. I love all this. This is good. Jerry, keep doing this. We like this.
With this new creation.
By being here tonight. That's the start. And by the shows, really reflecting his artistry, by the, just the feeling of the fans and the people. That was always the strength of Elvis, and he always knew it. He loved being Elvis Presley.
Do you hear that? The feeling of the fans, that was always the strength of Elvis, the fans and the people. Come on, I like that.
He loved the fans, and it is really, I know people say this all the time, but I really feel it tonight. It is the fans that of keeping this alive and why this event is here tonight.
If he would have, you guys were partying a lot. If he would have taken that break,
right over there, it was the lounge,
and we're still doing it. I wish he was here.
One of the few times that Elvis ever drank, and we were trying to be cool, and we went over. We had played blackjack one night, believe it or not. I said, "You want to go down?" Knew he wasn't going to play blackjack, so we go over to the lounge. The Righteous Brothers are playing in the showroom. And people start buying us drinks. And so I go, being the responsible party, I go, Elvis, we should go. He said, you're probably right. Neither one of us were drinkers. We go out, I get a cab, and I saw the Hilton Hotel. Cab driver turns around and looks and says, sir, you're at the Hilton. That's how.
I love that. I like to see these cute little stories. I like that.
That's how, but we had a lot of fun. That's how drunk we were.
So what are you up to nowadays?
Well, I'm working on some Elvis projects. Last Train to Memphis at Fox, feature film on Peter Gorelnik's book. There's a movie that was just shot called Elvis and Nixon, which I accompanied that trip with him.
So I've got the book, Last Train to Memphis. So I've got the book, Last Train to Memphis. Now, can I ask, he mentions a film. So was there a documentary that came with this book? I don't actually know. Is there a documentary called Last Train to Memphis? Let me know, guys.
I'm the executive producer on. Kevin Spacey's playing Nixon, and Michael Shannon's playing Elvis. And I'm working.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't that keen on that film. I thought it was not great. The Nixon film, but let's hear the last bit.
Working on Muhammad Ali book, who was good friends with Elvis.
Sounds incredible. Good luck.
Thank you.
So, you know, it's very clear Jerry makes a lot of money because of Elvis. All these different projects he just mentioned are all Elvis related. Now, there's nothing wrong with making money if you're making money, making Elvis, you know, that shows the world Elvis's true side, that his showing the world what a lovely man he was. If people want to make money praising Elvis, I think it's great. I still think with all of the mess that's gone on, I would like to see Jerry defending Elvis more, defending Lisa Marie more, defending Riley. So I've only got a few minutes left, guys. I thought I'd just click on one more.
My first guest is Jerry Schilling. He's the author of Me and a Typical Friends.
Yeah, life with Elvis and everything. And I really felt, well, is there something that hasn't been said? And then I realized there's everything that hasn't been said. The human side of Elvis Presley has been lost in this big, iconic image. We know what he did, but we don't know why or why he couldn't do something. And so my book is a real deep, insightful, fun things, difficult things, things at this hotel. Look into Elvis. It's more, if you will, kind of a backstage pass into my friend.
So is he talking about this book? This has been sent to me. I haven't read it yet. Me and a guy named Elvis. I'd love to read some parts of it. I probably will do. I don't have time now, but let's keep going.
Book that has been read by the family members of Elvis, and they seem to think you hit it on the nail.
Yeah, I didn't ask for any approvals. I didn't ask for any in fact, I did not want any authorization. But as I finished the book, and I was in Hawaii with Lisa Presley, and I just said, you know, Lisa, I know it could be painful for you.
So I have heard good things about that book. I have heard that it's very good and it's very kind to Elvis. I don't think Jerry is one to trash Elvis. I do think he does bring up things that he doesn't need to bring up, that probably Elvis would find embarrassing. I will say that. I've seen Jerry say a few things that he doesn't need to say. But I've heard that the book speaks very, very well. It says, this moving and elegantly told story resonates with the spirit of Elvis Presley. I love Elvis, and I really love reading Jerry's book about his friends.
But I'd love for you to read my book before I turn it over. And she said,
but you said you were going to turn that book over either way.
Oh yeah, I would not make any changes. But I just wanted her to have it for me before it got to the public. And you know, she has a great sense of humor. I get this email, and in red, the first line, Jerry Schilling, she always says Jerry Schilling. Jerry Schilling, I read your book, and then it turns to green. And, you know, she said I captivated her father's spirit, which means the world to me. So whatever happens critique-wise now, I'm okay, because Lisa loved it. And, of course, we have a quote.
Yeah, we know that Lisa adored Jerry. She adored Jerry. But did she know what went on behind the scenes through the 60s, through the 70s? Did she? So it's not straightforward, guys.
Of hers on the back of the book.
When you started hanging out with Elvis, and of course he just took off like a rocket and became, as you said earlier in the interview, an icon, there's that personal side, and that's what you write about. It has to be a strain and very stressful to obviously everyone's human, and yet still have that iconic status. And you saw that up close for many, many years and decades, actually. Yeah. Were there moments when you wanted to just walk away from it and say, I need to just do my own thing and just not be being that?
Ira, I did do that 3 times. The first time was the most difficult decision.
So it'd be interesting to see what he says. I'm pretty sure he managed the Beach Boys, didn't he, guys?
I ever had to make, because I had wanted to work with this guy for years. I was too young when he took off in '56 and whatever. Then in '64, I was in my senior year of college. I was going to be a history teacher and a football coach. And he asked me to go to work for him. And it was great for 3 or 4 years. And then I wanted to contribute more. And normally when you quit working for Elvis, that was the end of that kind of relationship. And I wanted to get into film editing, and I quit working for Elvis, and I was trying to get a job, and about 4 weekends after I quit working for him, I got this call. You do that editing stuff on the weekend? I said, Elvis? He said, yeah. I said, no. He says, I'm coming by to pick you up. We're going to Palm Springs. So we kept a relationship, and then he came here to the Hilton, and what would happen is I got the job in film editing. I was apprentice film editor. My first job was scraping off labels of boxes of film that came back from overseas down in this basement. But Friday afternoon, I'd go to Santa Monica Airport, have a Learjet pick me up, come to the Hilton Hotel, spend the weekend up at the suite, working with Elvis, back to the basement on Monday morning.
Well, that's the highs and lows.
Yeah, exactly.
It really is.
Interesting, guys. Right, I'm going to have to go. My wife wants me. But thanks. Just a very laid back, just sat here, just chilling, chat about Jerry. So please, guys, a lot of you will watch this tonight or later through the night. Many of you are still asleep in America. What do you think, guys? What do you think of the friendship between Elvis and Jerry? The friendship between Elvis and Priscilla? Did they cross the line? Let me know. What do you think? Do you think they had an affair? What about the financial dealings that Jerry and Priscilla had? How do you feel about that? Do you guys trust Jerry? Elvis fans, do you trust Jerry? What do you think about the friendship Jerry had with Lisa Marie? You know that Lisa Marie adored Jerry. So, and even the friendship that Jerry has now with Riley. What do you think about that? Do you guys think that Jerry should defend? Do you guys think that Jerry should be defending Riley with this mess that's happening at the moment? Do you think Jerry should be involved with the Bridget Cruz Priscilla lawsuit? Because he's gone very quiet there. You don't hear Jerry getting involved in his opinions to do with GWS auctions, to do with Elvis Presley Enterprises lawsuit with Bridget Cruz. Should Jerry be mixed up in that? Do you guys feel that Jerry has spent his whole life making money off Elvis? Does Jerry honor Elvis 100% in the right way? Of course, I've heard this book is very, very good. Very, very kind to Elvis. There's a general thing, I think, that Jerry does truly love Elvis. Obviously, we know how Elvis bought him a house. I personally think Jerry truly loved Elvis, but Priscilla was a stunning, beautiful woman, especially way back. Very, very, almost irresistible. So Jerry would have been left alone with Priscilla many times. So Priscilla, we know, could be unfaithful. We know that Priscilla could be unfaithful, don't we? So we've caught her at least 2 times. Was she unfaithful with Jerry? I ask you to leave it in the comments. Was Priscilla unfaithful with Jerry? Now, if Jerry watches this, he might get insulted by it. But some of us fans would like to know. We'd like to know the truth. I'm not saying you were. I'm saying we don't know. So some people will say this is none of our business. But I think it is in a way. Because if we want Elvis to be truly defended by the living members, Jerry's one of them. Billy Stanley defends Elvis. Billy Smith defends Elvis. Danny defends Elvis. Jerry will talk about all the nice stuff. Yeah, all the pretty stuff. But how about defending him? We would like to see Jerry, if you watch my program, we'd like to see you defending Elvis. Defending up in the way that we do against all the wrongdoing of people, including Priscilla's wrongdoing. So this is how I see it myself. So I'm just quickly reading your comments. Yeah, so Salvatore says they should all defend Elvis. Thanks, Salvatore. I think so. I think just talking about the fact that he was good looking and had a nice voice and was charming and generous and kind, that's not enough for me. I love all that. I love all the frilly stuff. We want some proper defending that helps undo the damage done to his reputation and his image. Does Jerry do defending in a way that undoes damage caused by people like Priscilla Presley? And at the moment, I don't think so. I think he wants to keep Priscilla happy. She's powerful. She's wealthy. For many decades, she was a way of him to get money. Obviously, he's done very well through Gracelands, through Elvis Presley Enterprises. He's successful in his own right as well. He's a self-made man. But let's face it, guys, a lot of the success Jerry's had is because he once grew up with Elvis. What career would Elvis have, what career would Jerry have had if he didn't grow up with Elvis? Would he have been the manager of the Beach Boys? Would he be producing movies, writing books if he hadn't have known Elvis? Probably not. Probably not. He probably would have just had a normal job. So Jerry has had some massive, massive success through knowing Elvis, through knowing Priscilla, through knowing Lisa Marie. So I say to Jerry, you're getting older now. Let's see you defending Elvis, not just talking about how great his music was, how great a personality he had. Let's defend him against the wrongdoing and the lies that have been said about him in this book. See this book here, guys? Has Jerry ever supported Elvis and the lies that were said in this book by Priscilla? Has Jerry ever stood up and gone, do you know what? Some of those things in that book were lies. Because you know me, I think this book is a reinvention of the truth. A rewriting of history by Priscilla. She thought the public were very stupid. The public did believe everything in this book. This book brainwashed many people. The fairy tale, the fake fairy tale. You've heard it a million times, guys. But did Jerry ever stand up and go, there's many things in this book that are lies? He didn't. Jerry never did. I'm not sure if Jerry ever brought up this book. I don't know. Did he ever? Did Jerry ever defend Elvis with this book? I don't know. Has Jerry ever said anything about this book? Lisa's beautiful book, From Here to the Great Unknown. Has Jerry ever, the wrongdoing in this book? Michael Edwards. Now remember, Jerry was good friends with Priscilla. Let me get the book. I've got so many books here, guys. It's hidden. Obviously, the Michael Edwards book. It's disappeared. It's probably on the floor somewhere. The Michael Edwards book. Now, Michael Edwards, in his book, I think it's Priscilla, Elvis and Me. Here we go, I found it. This book here. Michael Edwards is Priscilla, Elvis and Me. Michael Edwards admits that he was in love with a child, Lisa Marie. He admits it. His words, not mine. He admits there was wrongdoing, sexual abuse allegations in this book, that Priscilla may have known about it. Priscilla questioned Michael Edwards. So this is 1989. The wrongdoing happened in the mid-80s. Yeah? So this book was only written a few years after the wrongdoing. Did Jerry do anything about it? Why didn't Jerry Schilling help Lisa Marie? Jerry Schilling has always boasted that him and Lisa were very, very close. Jerry Schilling has always said him and Priscilla are very, very close. Where is Jerry Schilling's involvement in this book? Where is him defending? So my point with Jerry Schilling is, yes, you had a beautiful friendship with Elvis from a very young age, from the 50s. Yeah. At the very least, you owe him. He bought you a house. He's given you a very comfortable lifestyle. I know you've also gone on and done other things as well. But where is the defending? Where is the defending? Your friend Elvis Presley, who literally gave you a life, even bought you a home. Where is the defending from Jerry Schilling? It shouldn't just be about the money that you were able to make through Priscilla, through Lisa Marie, through... You obviously made a lot of money from this book. It's a beautiful book. You speak beautifully about Elvis. But do you defend him? Do you defend him against the wrongdoing? Do you defend Lisa Marie against the wrongdoing? Are you there for Riley? Are you there for Riley? Because Riley, I think, has had some serious abuse from Priscilla. So where's Jerry in the middle of all this? Jerry, who was Lisa Marie's very, very close confidant, together at the Golden Globes. When Priscilla started demanding the inheritance to go to her, partly after her daughter died, Lisa Marie, where was Jerry? You get it? So I do have serious questions about Jerry Schilling. I don't hate him. He's done a lot of good as well. I do think he needs to step up. He needs to step up and defend Elvis, defend Lisa Marie, and defend Riley. I do think he needs to do that. Jerry Schilling, if you ever watch my show, we've seen all the pretty stuff, all the nice stuff. Where is the defending, the support for Riley, Elvis's granddaughter, for Finley and Harper? Where is the defending of Elvis, his dignity, his honor? Where is the defending of Elvis? We know the music was beautiful. We know Elvis was a beautiful singer, a religious man, a kind man, a generous man. We know all the good stuff. But where is the tough stuff? We need a bit of tough love. Jerry, you need to stick your neck out and do the right thing by your friend Elvis, because we know you love Elvis. We know you love Elvis. We know you love him. We know. Defend him properly. Defend his honor. Straighten out this twisted image and reputation that the liars, like Priscilla, like some of the Memphis Mafia, have twisted Elvis's image into a warped image that the public have fallen for the lies. Now, we Elvis fans, we know the truth. But the public, do they know the truth? And someone like Jerry can stand up and tell the world the truth. Well, actually, Priscilla did make mistakes. Actually, Priscilla was unfaithful. Well, actually, there was some wrongdoing at Elvis Presley Enterprises at Graceland. There was some wrongdoing to Lisa Marie. Another big question is this. When Lisa Marie was put into Scientology, you could have helped stop that. We, the fans, are very upset that Lisa Marie, even Riley and Ben, went into Scientology. Why didn't you get involved? Everyone knows that it's a cult. Jerry Schilling, you were very close with Priscilla. Very, very close. Best friends with Priscilla. Maybe even had an affair with her. Why didn't you stop Lisa Marie being forced into Scientology? You get it? Jerry Schilling has a responsibility, bearing in mind his position, best friends with Elvis, best friends with Priscilla, best friends with Lisa Marie. He is in a position where he can make a difference. He could help the world see Elvis in the true light, in the right way. So, you get what I'm saying, guys? Let's have a look. Yeah, Salvatore's got it. We all know how beautiful and how talented Elvis was. We hear it again and again. Now tell us something we don't know. And this is the problem with some of the YouTube channels. They're all happy to praise Elvis and talk about the good music, but where's the defending? Where's the defending, the exposing of the lies? Yeah? Where's the exposing of the lies? To the YouTube channels around the world. We all know Elvis was fantastic. The best entertainer that ever lived. But defend him. There are almost no defending channels. I would say we are probably the only proper defending channel. Then you have other ones that do it in a smaller way, like once a week. People like Rhonda at Presley Mania. They're a defending channel. But it's once a week. We defend every day. My point is there should be more of us. There should be more defending channels. We've just fallen out with a channel yesterday because they're slating his image and reputation. We shouldn't be the only channel that is defending Elvis. Teresa, Jerry did not help Lisa. Jerry should have stepped up and helped Lisa. If Jerry was Lisa's friend, he should have helped Lisa. Jerry only cares about money. That's Teresa. Pat, to me that says a lot. Yeah, it does say a lot. Linda, all the Memphis Mafia were around at the time Michael Edwards' book came out. Why didn't they do something about it? Yeah. Their friend's daughter was being abused. And why didn't Jerry? Why didn't Jerry? Jerry was around. Yeah, Salvatore, yeah, we defend every day. Thank you for your support. Salvatore, you know we love you. So, right. So my point is, guys, so I'm just checking something. So I'm just getting emails. So, my point is, guys, is that we can all do
the charge is outrageous. Let's get right.
So let me just, this has just come up on my feed, guys. Now don't forget, we've just fallen out with a channel, and he's just posted this 46 seconds ago. So wrong. I'm not going to name the channel, but guys, now this is what we have to put up with. This is what we have to put up with. Yeah. Now remember, these are Elvis channels. These are Elvis channels. Yeah. But I think when it concerns this channel, I've said enough. I will be reacting. Any channels that are posting stuff that I think is derogatory to Elvis, I am gonna say something. So these, let's have a look. This bloody stupid thing. Now remember, Elvis channels that call themselves fan channels. So this has just been posted by an Elvis channel. I cannot be bothered to say their name now. I may later. This has just come through. Okay, guys, let me just make sure it's got the rights. See, it can't, remember, it can't just be about, let me just get it up. It can't just, when you run, if you proclaim yourself as an Elvis fan, yeah, but then you post derogatory things about Elvis. You're not an Elvis fan. You're just someone who posts Elvis material to make money, to get views, to get likes, to get subscribers. Because these short little clips will get likes, subscribers. Sometimes they make money. Yeah. So this is an Elvis channel. Okay.
Now, joining us is Dee Presley, who was Elvis's stepmother, Elvis Presley's stepmother. She was married to Elvis's father, Vernon, for 17 years. And she claims the real...
So I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play it. This is an Elvis channel who we fell out with yesterday. It's just posted that. Disgusting. Should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself that you post, because we all know what that is going to go on to say. No, because, guys, I don't really have to say anything, do I? The actions of that channel says it all. Says it all. He doesn't care about Elvis's reputation, his image. He doesn't care about the wrongdoing that video will do. He doesn't care. His attitude is, I'll do what I want. I'll do what I want. Don't tell me what to do. I'll do what I want. Even if it harms or damages is not only Elvis, but it also upsets Riley, upsets Finley and Harper. That his channel now is just about trying to make money. That's not an Elvis fan. That is not an Elvis fan. So anyway, I've got stuff to do, guys, but please leave in the comments your feelings about Jerry, and I'm very interested to see what you guys put in the comments. Thanks, guys. Gotta go. Thanks for joining me. All the best to you. Take care, guys. Sorry.